even though it's not been really reflected on the scoreboard or in their record, you have got to see a little bit of hope for the future with you know these bright young stars like Micah Spivey.
I agree. You're 100% right. I think there's a silver lining in the sense that these young guys who would never get varsity playing time before, when you have players like Hudson Spivey, DJ Butler, and EJ Harrison, now they're getting this playing time in 29. But Davidson's offense is it's a skeleton. Like it's a decommissioned ship. It's just a hull of a ship with no weapons inside of it. So we'll see what I mean. They have to get creative tonight.
Yeah. Park Crossing will line up to take their second snap. They'll motion in two backs. They'll hand it off. He'll take up the middle. Nice run there from number 11, Solomon Beebe. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah. We've seen Davidson's defense struggle on about every form of offense imaginable. But when you're playing an offense that averages 7 points a game, this is a good game to really tune up your defense. I mean, this would have been Bama playing Middle Tennessee, but this is really just if Bama had all their skill positions injured playing Middle Tennessee.
Another big run from Beebe. He'll break a couple of tackles. Davidson will finally wrap him up and pull him down after a gain of about 15. So another good run there from Park Crossing. And they really have a kind of a compact formation with the two back, and it looks similar to how Davidson would line up at the start of the season. You know, when they had that kind of dual threat of Harrison and Butler.
So, well, they had two running backs, right, Steven? I mean,
so comes a snap. They'll hand it off to Beebe again. This time there's a Davidson guy to beat him in the backfield. He'll break that one, though, and end up turning nothing into something there. He's still pushing. They'll finally blow the whistles. Nice gain of about 8. And, man, the Thunderbirds are just kind of, flying down the field here.
Give credit where credit's due. I mean, they've been getting some good play calls, but Jermaine Cromwell was on that tackle. Slow him down. That's, he might have missed a tackle, but slowing him down is definitely an important aspect of tackling somebody as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, another handoff to Beebe up the middle. And he continues to just roll down that field. So Davidson's going to have to find a way to kind of attack that box and stop him.
We've seen Coach Cawley adapt to some stuff this season, so and he doesn't have a choice, so he has to do it.
Yeah.
Don't we have a key defensive player injured tonight as well, Steven?
Yeah, cornerback DeMarcus George, nicknamed Mango, broke his collarbone 2 weeks ago, so that's definitely a tough injury, and we're going to have to see how Coach Cawley again can adapt. Another backfield stop there for Davidson. Flag's going to come in. I think we may see a face mask there. The helmet turned kind of awkwardly, so maybe even more of a gain for Park Crossing.
I mean, once again, another good tackle from Jermaine Cromwell. Cromwell's getting good penetration through the offensive line right now.
Yeah, he's able to spot those holes pretty early on in the beginnings of the play, and it helped him there until it came back and got a face mask. So that'll move Park Crossing way down the field. They'll line up at about the 18. So 1st and 10 for Park Crossing. 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
Big players make big plays, so we're going to see them tonight make some big plays.
That snap will go to the other running back. He'll make a nice cut. He'll be met by the linebackers after a gain of about 4. That run from number 20, Devin Favor.
I mean, he's listed as a safety receiver and running back. A little bit of...
Yeah, sometimes instead of putting that, they just put the ATH, short for athlete. So another handoff to Beebe, but this time a plethora of Davidson bodies to meet him in the backfield. Big stop, and hopefully Davidson can kind of capitalize on that pause in Park Crossing's momentum.
It's the first real stop they've had this whole drive, but two good plays back to back. So Davidson's gonna have to bring the heat on this third down.
I have to agree.
The quarterback's been really quiet today, Marcus Smith.
Yeah, Jane. Well, we are only 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but well, as I said, pretty quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, incomplete pass will bring up fourth down, and that's just a tough break for Park Crossing. They are looking towards the sideline.
That was a busted play.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to kick it.
But, I mean, like we said earlier, they've been getting pretty good runs of maybe, about 7 yards a run so far this game. So, I mean, maybe we see them put it on the ground again.
I mean, they're about fourth and middle distance, so I would imagine so after that last play, too.
They'll toss it out to Beebe. But, again, Davidson will stop him. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I mean, we talked about it. Running on the field, Davis made an adjustment. I really think it gets back to Cromwell. When you have a linebacker that's consistently blitzing through your gaps in your offensive line, the offensive line kind of gets a little self-conscious about it, and they start paying more attention to him specifically, which leads other players to get open. Because we saw him get those one good tackle, one penalty. But the other linebackers started getting the penetration now, so I think that was the main reason Davidson got that stop.
Yeah, so we'll see Spivey line up for his second varsity start. Quick pass out there to Rab. They'll force him out of bounds. Only gain of about 1 yard there.
I mean, Coach Colley knows, everyone knows here that you have to rely on your players that have the skill set and the experience at the varsity level in the game like this. That's what they're going to run a screen pass to Rab. I'm sure we're going to see it more times tonight. They're going to try to take the stress and responsibility away from Spivey, the freshman quarterback, as much as they can.
There's a handoff. He'll break a couple of tackles there. Nice gain. About 3, so it'll bring up third down. And about 5 to go for Davidson. So, I mean, maybe one thing I saw last week against Daphne, I kind of thought Davidson came out playing a little bit too conservative. I know, like you said earlier, you've got that freshman quarterback, but I kind of wanted to see what he could do in that deep game. It looks like they'll almost go to it here, and there's an interception from Spivey. They'll bring him down before he can get back to the end zone, and man, that is tough.
Tarver with the pick. That was freshman on freshman violence, Steven. Elijah Tarver, freshman free safety running back.
Yeah, no, man, he sat that one, and I think as a cornerback, you were almost able to predict that. I mean, a freshman arm like Spivey maybe can't get as deep down the field as you would like, so he kind of sat that comeback route. And maybe they watched some film last week against Daphne because we saw a lot of that.
And Coach, we've seen it this season. Coach Colley likes what I'll call a preemptive play. They know, they predetermine where they're going to go with the ball before the plays even snap.
11, bowling down the field. I think he got in. That's a touchdown for BB, excuse me. And, man, as Park Crossing's offense there, you've just got to, give a lot of credit to your defense, able to, get that big turnover and give you the ball right back where you had it before you lost it. So,
I mean, with 7.5 minutes left in the first already, it's a tough break for Davidson. Really, it is.
Yeah, still really early in this game. And, I mean, turnovers like that, you're not really able to judge. Ooh, as Park Crossing comes out, looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Quarterback's going to roll out to his right. He's looking for someone in the end zone. Can't find anyone. He'll throw the ball up. And, man, Davidson had a guy in the area. Couldn't hold on to it. That'll be no good. Bring a score to T-Birds 6, Warriors 0.
Cromwell with the breakup. We've said his name a lot already tonight.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like I was saying earlier. You really can't judge the rest of the game based on that one interception. And I think that was Spivey's first. So, I mean, we'll just have to see how they can come out here. And I don't know. Do you think maybe we saw last week they kind of, had a bit of a dichotomy with that Spivey back there at quarterback, and then kind of pushing back to that wing T formation where they had the two running backs lined up behind the center. So maybe we see them come out with that again.
I think you're going to have to, Steven. I think as air quote harsh as it sounds, it's not harsh. It's football. You can't rely on a freshman quarterback to be, unless it is literally an athlete like Bryce Young or Tua or any of these other great quarterbacks we've seen come out of like high school and college. You can't rely on a freshman quarterback to make these huge plays for you. It's unreasonable to rely on Spivey to. I mean, he's a freshman. We can't expect him to be the Mahomes of this high school game. Now, in a year or 2 years, he might be Mahomes of high school. But right now, with so little experience, you can't put the weight on his shoulders. You're going to have to give the ball to your running back, as hurt as they may be.
Yeah, squib kick there from
that might be
Park
a face
Crossing.
mask.
I think he got the sides of his helmet. But, there is a flag down there.
I think they count the ear holes. I think they count the ear holes. I think they do. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they count the ear holes.
So, if Jaden's right, which doesn't really happen often, that'll give Davidson really good starting field position for their offense.
Hey, if I'm right, I'm gonna go drive to Mississippi and hit the Powerball. I heard it's like what, 1.7 billion or something like that. It's a lot right now.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, it looks like it's a fate. All right, Steven, give me some numbers.
Well, we'll see you later, Jaden. Maybe you can make it back before this one's over.
I've got to drive. Got to drive to go do.
All right, so Davidson will get the ball starting at their 46. Yeah. So we will see Spivey line back up at quarterback.
Something interesting about this game that's definitely going to play a role in it is that Davidson has a special teams.
So there's the double handoff to Rab. He's going to push forward a blocker there. They'll finally force him out of bounds. That was a nice play.
I don't want to say that play got really disorganized really fast, but it started off very good, and then Rab pushed his blocker forward, which is fine. But then his blocker, I don't know if anyone saw it, but his blocker actually blocked another Davidson Warrior at the end of that play. So I mean, it's a good game. It's a great, it was like 15 yards, but.
Handoff here to Gray. He's going to take it up the middle. He's got a lot of room there. He's going to move in between two Park Crossing guys. They're not going to bring him down. That's a touchdown.
We talked about it, Steven. They have to be dynamic. They have to rely on the guys who have some experience, and they've got to do stuff like this. Big players make big plays. Terrence Gray, he's the third option. Number 3. That leaves you with a chip on your shoulder. He's a smaller guy, so he knows that he has to outperform others to get on the spotlight. With these other two running backs out right now, I'm sure, 100% sure that he's thinking to himself, this is my time to shine. With a freshman quarterback, with the other two running backs out, this is my spotlight. And it's shining on him right now.
Most definitely. So he'll come. Here comes out McGill on the extra point attempt. That's good.
But as I was saying earlier, Steven, the special teams department for Davidson and Park Crossing, what Park Crossing's done this game leads me to believe that they don't have a punter or kicker.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use the context clues on that one with you there. Didn't see an extra point attempt on the kickoff. They went for a fourth very early on the game. I mean, they had pretty good field position, but, Davidson would have been able to take a field goal attempt there. And I think that 2-point conversion attempt is going to come back to haunt them. Now they're down 1, and those points can start to add up.
And to be fair, there are some teams who don't believe in punting and kicking field goals. You see at the high school level, it's really not a viable strategy necessarily, but I'm not saying this is one of those teams that it's also not uncommon to see a school not have a punter or kicker. I mean, a punter or kicker is a pretty specialized position, so you can't just throw someone out there to. And we saw with the squib kick. I don't think it was a squib kick. I think it was a kick, but with not every school can have a good special teams department.
Yeah. McGill lined up very close to the ball here.
Riley McGill kind of reminds me of like a Will Reichert.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he doesn't really make the huge, long ones.
Park Crossing will drop the kick there. He'll pick it back up. He's going to end around make it to the opposite sideline before Davidson will hit him. And they'll finally bring him down just before he reaches the out-of-bounds marker at about the 29.
But I don't think McGill's going to hit these like 45-yarders for you. But he's consistent. He's very consistent, which is great for a high school kicker. You need it. There's a holding on Park Crossing this play. We're going to see him go back a little farther, especially after that end-around little situation they had at kickoff.
Yeah. Park Crossing looked like they faked the guy subbing out there, so they've got a wide receiver lined up, no one on him. They'll motion him across, though. So they'll have that trips formation real close to the offensive line. They'll hand it off to Beebe. He's going to take it out to the sideline. He's got to pass a couple Warriors. They'll finally bring him down.
Wow, the ref got some airtime on that flag. I don't know if you saw it or not.
That was pretty nice. Lots of flags flying in on that one. I think maybe a late hit, they'll say. That was a good play there from Park Crossing.
I think, unironically, legitimately, I think the ref might have just thrown the deepest pass of the entire game with a flag. I honestly think that just happened. Yeah. I know we're early on, 6.5 minutes left. There's been, 2 pass attempts? But I think that was the farthest pass attempt the whole game was him throwing his flag. It was like 20 yards. Especially on the camera, you can see coming off the screen and it looked like a deep bomb from Tom Brady.
So, some discussion here from the refs. And one thing I will say is Davidson's defense this year has really surprised me in how they've been able to kind of not get into slumps. I mean, or at least not, kind of through multiple drives. They've allowed teams to kind of drive down the field on some drives, but they've been able to kind of, it
was a personal foul and I think a face mask. I think that's one of the referee just motions.
So
30 yards?
Yeah, that's a huge break for Park Crossing offense. But like I've been saying, I mean, Davidson, they've really been able to just kind of regain their composures, when they're in their own part of the field and just kind of get back on their feet. So we'll see what they can do here.
I think they've been pretty consistent, whether it be bad or good. I think sometimes they come out flat and they stay flat, which is not ideal. I think they come out good and they stay good. So, I would take consistency as a pretty important part of any sport. So,
there's another handoff to BB. Big hit there from Davidson. Gain of about 2. And it's kind of strange. We've seen Park Crossing line up with no one in the backfield except for the quarterback. But then they motion in those 2, almost tight end. They motion them into the running back position. You just got to wonder why they continue to do that. They'll put him back there with them this time, though. Again, handoff to Beebe. Really nice gain there. Enough for the first down, and quite a bit more. So that'll move him to about the 17-yard line. Really about the 20. So,
unfortunately for Park Crossing and Davidson at this point, you can't really sustain a running offense where you hand it off to the same guy every time. So, at some point, they're going to have to throw the football or they're just going to fumble a bunch.
I don't know. I mean, earlier this season, we saw Davidson do that with Butler, but they'll hand it off to Favor here, but he'll be met in the backfield.
It's a great tackle.
Yeah.
Chad Glover. These outside linebackers really getting through the gaps really well. And that's all you can ask for them, really. I mean, some of the greatest penetration guys were outside were outside linebackers. I mean, T.J. Watt, Khalil Mack, Lawrence Taylor. I mean, they're edge threats with their linebackers. Will Anderson from Bama last year. That's another one of them. So that's going to be a big part of the run game. So if Davidson can keep that up, they'll win this football game.
They'll fake the handoff here. Pass was behind him. Davidson got in the area, but he couldn't get his hands on it. And, man, that was tough. Receiver zigged when he should have zagged, or pass was just off timed there by the quarterback.
I think that might have been more on the quarterback.
Yeah. As a quarterback, it's tough because on quick throws like that, you've got to have it timed up perfectly. It's really just kind of a take 2 steps back and shoot that thing out, without really looking to see what's happening there. So just got behind him. That'll bring up third down, about 13 to go for Park Crossing. And if you're Davidson here, you're definitely planning on defending all 4 downs. That handoff, he'll get a gain.
We might have reached over. Oh, no, my fault. My fault. I did not see the down marker on the far right of the screen.
Yeah. So 4th down and long for Park Crossing.
I would imagine that they have to pass it. I mean, even though it's stale as his quarterbacks come out, I mean, 2 really badly executed plays. Unless you're going to run something like a screen could work. We might see a screen. Maybe like a little jailbreak screen or something, but they're probably just going to hand it off. They're going to try to get Davidson to jump offside. That'll be an automatic first down, or it'll move closer to the chains.
Yeah. So comes the snap. He is going to look downfield. He's got a guy on the out route. It'll go through his hands, and that's another turnover on downs, real close to the end zone. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of what we saw last time Davidson was in this position.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad, Steven. As we talked about before the game, or as the game was starting, this team does average 7 points a game. So they average 1 touchdown a game. It makes sense with no special teams. And the way this quarterback can execute these plays, I would say they're on par with Davidson's offense at the moment with injuries.
Here comes a snap. They'll hand it off to number 34, Cam Metzner. Haven't seen him lined up at running back very often.
I don't even know what position he really plays, Steven.
Well, he plays. He's a linebacker. Most of the time, we did see him line up last week in the tight end position, kind of as a blocker. So maybe just trying something new there. We'll see him there in the tight end position. Terrence Gray will line up beside Spivey. He's going to look for that screen pass out to Rab. Get it to him. Rab's going to get around a couple Park Crossing guys. It's a race to the end zone. He's at the 40. There. He's going to keep going. That's a touchdown, Davidson.
And Jaden Scott just did not want to even attempt it. It seems like what we've been saying this whole time for this last 10 minutes has literally been this game of Micah Spivey has to give it to his athletic guys. Anthony Rab being probably, at this point with all the injuries, Anthony Rab, he's very talented. At this point, he's probably the most dangerous offensive weapon on the field for either team. He's what scored? It was an 80-yard touchdown?
Yeah.
70? This is what Davis has to do to win. They have to get some big plays or chip away at a run game.
Point after here from McGill.
I actually think that's what either Nick Saban or Bill Belichick, I can't remember who said it, but they said that offense is a series of battles, and then the game is always won based on a couple huge plays. I can't remember. Maybe it was a different coach who said that.
Yeah.
But a really good coach said that, and that's a good way to look at football. That it's a bunch of maybe short passes or runs or something, and then you have a play like Anthony Rab or the interception or what Terrence Gray did on the drive before. It's very poetic already for this game. I mean, we're 4 drives in, seeing 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta agree. I mean, this game has just kind of been falling on the ground, but then you see just a break there that Davidson was able to capitalize on, and that really helped them out there. So 14-6 now, Davidson. About 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
If this Davidson team can keep their offense, if they keep their offense on the field, or even vice versa, if they keep their offense on the, if Davidson can keep their offense on the field, create as many chances as possible, they're going to score. But on the other hand, if Davidson keeps Park Crossing's offense on the field in a series of run game and just overall trying to tire them out, that'll also work if this Davidson win.
Yeah. Kick return here from Park Crossing. He'll kind of stumble around until he finally falls at about the 36. 37-yard line. So Park Crossing, they've really been able to drive down the field. They just can't seem to, finish all to drive.
It's that the run game works when you have Derrick Henry in it. That's having a running offense only requires you to be able to either, one, be so dominant that they are impossible to tackle you, i.e. Derrick Henry, or you have to have a offense that does both well enough to where they have to be scared of you passing the ball.
Yeah, BB on the screen route there.
First completion, and it might be for negative yards.
Yeah, it looks like they'll mark him back about 1 yard there. So that's tough. Davidson's defense, you've got to be really proud of them tonight. They've just been able to kind of get in that backfield and just stop Park Crossing from kind of getting as much as they would like on those type of passes.
And that 6 points isn't their fault either. Like, that's important to note that Park Crossing touchdown has nothing to do with Davidson's defense. When you get the ball on the 4 yard line, that's a rough ask.
Yeah. So there's the handoff again to BB. That'll bring up third down at about 7. So, I mean, as this drive continues, we're just going to have to see what Davidson can do. But I think we're going to go down to Sophia here.
Warriors Stadium. Our students are looking good tonight. It's our homecoming week. We got to dress up all week this week with themes such as old school versus new school, rhyme without reason, bikers versus surfers, and tonight is black and gold. We are so ready for tonight's game. It's chilly outside. It's perfect weather.
So didn't get to see the third down stop here, but it brings up fourth down, and we gotta wonder what Park Crossing is going to do here. Not in the field position they have been in.
It's a rough one, Steven. I mean, we're talking about the same thing every drive, but they're in a punt team. Are they in a punt team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in a punt team. We'll see what happens here.
Punt or snaps a little low, punts up, and man, that's not half bad at all. Nice bounce. It'll continue to roll, and man.
No, that is an elite level punt.
Yeah.
That is
just inside the 10.
As far as a punt goes, it wasn't a great punt itself. But when it rolls 25 yards inside the 10, who cares?
Yeah.
At that point, who cares if you kicked it 10 yards and it rolled 50? Like, at the end of the day, that's a 50-yard punt and you are inside the 10. That's all that matters on the score sheet at the end of the day. So,
yeah, if you're Spivey here, you got to be a little sad. I mean, you saw your defense get a stop over there, in the back half of the field, but just a really great punt is going to set you up with pretty tough field position. So we'll see what he can do here.
He's got to be conservative with the ball.
Snap there. They'll get it to Terrence Gray. He'll continue to fight. So he gets about to the 25, gain of about a little bit more than 15. And I don't know if that was a design direct snap to the running back, but he was the one who ended up with it.
I think it was. I think they're trying to give Micah Spivey the ball as little as they can. But I will say that Terrence Gray has been making exceptional plays this game.
Yeah, and man, I didn't even think about it earlier, but I think that touchdown from Anthony Rapp was Spivey's first passing touchdown, so big moment for him.
Oh, yeah, it would have been. Or unless it was passed behind the line of scrimmage, it might be a rushing touchdown. Maybe. It depends on the semantics of it. I don't even know.
We'll get our stat guy on that. There's the handoff. Another nice gain, about 5.
Either way, we'll treat it as if it's a passing touchdown. It was like an 80-yard touchdown, so that was definitely going to the huddle later for Micah Spivey. Freshman year highlight, per 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
There's not that many, I'll say normal high school athletes that can boast they scored an 80-yard passing touchdown their freshman year. I mean,
yeah, in the homecoming game.
In the homecoming, perfect, exactly.
Another handoff up the middle. That time he'll only get a gain of about 1.
And there's the legendary Davidson athletes here tonight, like Coach Riley's here tonight getting a Hall of Fame award. So you're doing it with some Davidson greats watching you too. So that's it provides a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, so that run will bring around the end of the first quarter. So a little bit of a break. Coach Colley will decide what he wants to do here. And I think we definitely saw some highlights from Davidson in that first quarter. Jaden, what do you think maybe the biggest ones were?
I think the 2 touchdowns were great. I think they're undeniably Anthony Rabb. I think the Anthony Rabb touchdown just came into he's more of an athlete than the other guys on the field. That happens in high school football. It happens in college football too. You don't see the NFL as much, but and then the run, Terrence Gray's been doing really well, finding the hole. The Spivey interception was a highlight for Park Crossing. They needed it, had to have it. But I want to say that the players of the half have been, or the players of the quarter have been, Cromwell on defense. I think he's made a huge difference, and Terrence Gray. I think Terrence Gray's made a huge difference. See,
Yeah.
if you had to describe that quarter for Davidson in one word, how would you describe it?
Explosive, almost. I mean, it was just. I mean, not a great start. We saw the pick from Spivey, but I mean, it's like we said, you really couldn't take that as a precursor for how the rest of the game would be, and they definitely, showed that.
I think explosive is the perfect word.
So, Spivey will line up here. Snaps high on the third down. He's going to need to drop down on that one, and I think he did. So, I think we'll see the punting squad here for Davidson, and that's tough. Come right out here for the second quarter, and just some mistakes there, and that'll give Park Crossing the ball. Most likely, I mean, man, we've seen some stuff from Coach Colley. Maybe we see the fake punt here.
I don't think there's any chance of a fake, just because if you give them good field position, they might score. If you make them run 80 yards down the field, the chances of them scoring are not very high.
So there's a punt from McGill. Another good bounce. It'll continue to roll.
All right, switching the fields on him. That's
Yeah.
no Kai Kroger, but it was pretty nice.
So Davidson's defense, I mean, you really wouldn't have this type of score without their defense. They've been giving the offense the ball in really great field positions. So
And both defenses are playing good tonight. I know Park Crossing giving up 2 touchdowns, but they have an interception. They've got plenty of stops. I think Davidson's defense is keeping Park Crossing's defense on the field as much as possible, which is there's something to be said about that.
there's a screen pass from Crossing. Flag.
Another face mask. It seems like the Warriors have went from trying to hit stick their opponent, like arm tackle him, to like grab it on the head.
Yeah.
At least they're tackling him now, I guess. But
Oh, looks like it'll move
oh wow,
Crossing back.
I just assumed since we saw him like put his head in this guy's chest. That's football. I kind of thought he like might have wrapped up the like face mask area, but there's a holding. Okay, or it was even more than that. What was that? That's bad. That's real bad.
10 yards. 10 yards back. So looks like it was 10 yards from the spot of the penalty.
Yeah, this is with an offense like Park Crossing showing tonight. This is not a good spot to be in.
So it'll still be first down. And I mean, it's like you said, this far back in the field, the type of offense Park Crossing is running, it's going to be hard for them. I guess we did see in their first couple of drives, they were able to drive down the field, but it's like we said, they just couldn't finish how they wanted to.
Big players have to make big plays. We've said it before. Say it again. It's big players have to come up big here.
So they'll fake the handoff. Quarterback will keep it for himself. He'll continue to run. Davidson just can't bring him down. Push forward, and push forward until he gets to about the 35 there.
I don't hate that play for both sides. I think it was number 14 on the defense. That would be Aaron Hill. We've talked about him this season before.
Yeah.
He kind of tried to jump the pass and made the quarterback make a football play, which would have been a great idea. It is a great idea, and the quarterback made a football play. So this is a good play of football for both sides, I would say.
Man, handoff there. Just plethora of Davidson bodies to meet him. And third down and about 11 to go for Park Crossing. So maybe we'll see that punt squad out here again.
Karan Myers with the stop. Another outside linebacker. Another one.
Yeah.
Not to bring DJ Khaled into this, but kind of loading up this box with linebackers against a running offense. I mean, it's working.
He's going to look for the screen there. Davison's going to have to stop him. I don't think they could before he got the first down there.
Great play. Solomon Beebe. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Steven? Like,
oh, they'll say he stepped out of bounds short, so that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, okay. They're running this ball. They're probably going to get it. But they might not. They might not.
I think Davidson has been pretty consistent in their ability to just kind of penetrate that O-line.
They have been really. You are right. You are right.
So some movement here from Park Crossing. They will hand it off up the middle. Davidson will meet him at the line.
He got it. He got it.
And, man, that was just a body-on-body play.
The tush push.
Yeah, the brotherly shove.
The brotherly
there.
shove. I love that name.
Yeah.
I would say tush push is definitely on the nose because that is what it is. But the brotherly shove as that Philly, not Philly, not the Phillies, Philadelphia flair to it.
Yeah.
We're not Phillies fans anymore. Like we can't.
Jaden is most definitely not. Park Crossing almost looked like they were running hurry up there. They'll hand it off again to BB.
BB's slow to get up.
That's definitely not
he's
good.
hobbling off. Okay, no, he's fine. He's fine.
Just a little.
A little hobble, probably a little hurt.
Yeah. And BB, he's probably like a cat. Just maybe he'll land back on his feet and just continue to, kind of just shoot around this field.
I mean, this quarter's moving by fast. 8.5 minutes left. It's
yeah. So I think they're going to line Favor up beside the quarterback. Let BB get a bit of a rest. Maybe they'll check him out. They'll fake the handoff. Screen pass there. He'll cut inside. Big hit from Davidson.
that might be a horse collar.
I think he got him on his legs.
Okay, good. The refs they're reffing a pretty clean game tonight. I must say that because I thought that was a face mask before and it wasn't, and I definitely could have. If they would have called it a horse collar, I would have been like, okay, I saw something there, but I think they've been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. First down and 10. They'll hand it off to Favor. They'll
Great
again
tackle.
just hit him in the backfield.
Chad Glover. I think all the defensive names. No, we said Aaron Hill. We have said Aaron Hill, and we said. I think that was it. I think everyone else has literally been an outside linebacker.
We saw Metzner over there on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, literally.
You saw his linebacker skills. So.
That shows that Coach Colley put an emphasis on some of the position training this week, or the position group decided to come up big. Either way.
Oh, man. Big hit there. Quarterback wanted to keep it for himself. Made a gain of about 3, but then was just kind of stopped in his tracks.
By outside linebacker Chad Glover. For everyone who's watching, I would keep my eyes on the middle of the field where those linebackers are playing, because that's probably where the play is going to happen at this point of the game.
Yeah. So third down, about 8 to go here.
Chad Glover's actually covering the slot receiver right now, so.
Quarterback's going to roll out to his right. Got nothing in front of him.
That might be a hole. It's a great tackle. It might be a hole.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're going to get a course collar there on the tackle, so it may be offsetting. Which hurts, but I mean, it's still going to be 4th down.
It's not terrible. It's not a terrible loss. Well, I also think I should point out that was Kieran Myers, outside linebacker.
Yeah.
These linebackers, man, they're it was a horse collar. Offsetting penalties. Perfect, dude. Perfect call.
So, unfortunately, it is going to be a replay down. So, again, 3rd down.
That is unfortunate, but at least it's not going to be a 1st down.
He's going to drive back. He's looking over the middle of the field. He's got a guy coming down, and he's in the 10. He's going to hold on to that. I think it's a touchdown. Oh, looks like the refs are going to mark it short. I think they'll say his knee went down before he was able to reach over that white line. And that's tough. Looks like Park Crossing is going to try and run a hurry-up here, and I definitely don't disagree with it. I mean,
oh, no, they're running this football.
Yeah.
They are running this football right up the middle of the field with this tired defense. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
If Davidson gets a stop here, I like their chances of getting a goal line stop. But I think it's a touchdown from this play, honestly.
I don't know. We'll see what Davidson's defense can do here. Maybe we see a
fullback run, Steven. I think it's going to be a fullback run. Personally, I think that big guy right there is getting the ball right up the middle.
There he is. And it worked. That's a touchdown, Park Crossing.
I have a little insider information on that one, a little insider trading. We have the Park Crossing coaches right beside us, and we literally heard them say, give it to the fullback. Very loudly, give it to the fullback.
Yeah, no, I promise to the viewers at home, we don't usually hear the coaches. I mean, usually when we predict the right play, it's just because of, our high knowledge of the game.
Yeah, I am Tony Romo.
Yeah, so, whoa, a strange formation here. They're going to snap it over, and there's a flag here, maybe illegal formation or something.
I think that the center picked his hand up and then threw it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what.
I'll start there.
Okay, so that's what it was.
So, and that's tough. That's one of those plays as a coach. We saw this.
Oh, we see Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison, he's part of the Word Build Network. Usually he's working, on our production side, but City had other priorities. So we got Logan here. And Logan in a position almost similar to Spivey, freshman, showing up for the big game. And so far, I think he's been doing pretty good.
But unlike Hudson and Spivey, Harrison will be imprisoned after the game and for his treason.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it's like we said earlier. That's one of those formations where you kind of check with the refs before the game, like, this is legal, man. We can do this. But then it's tough, just that even after we're able to get it, just a mistake on one side, and that hurts.
Well, even the execution of it it's very hard. That's one of those plays that we saw USC do it.
Yeah.
Against Arizona, at overtime. And to be honest with you, they probably shouldn't have scored the 2-point conversion. The linebacker should have tackled them.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they did. And they worked it out. But with a team like Park Crossing, unless they practice them and practice, which obviously they do if they feel comfortable enough. If they don't have a special teams option, they do. But it's a very harsh play to get wrong, I think. It's because you know who did it. You know where you messed up. It's very obvious to everybody.
Here comes a snap. Quarterback. Man.
Wow.
Just looked like he heard the play on that one because just golly, that was an amazing tackle there.
It got blown up. That was Jaden Scott, by the way, senior. He was the defensive back that got burnt by Anthony Rabb.
Oh, yeah.
He's listed as quarterback, DB, receiver, athlete, as we talked about earlier. Which is funny because as you look at this roster, Steven, there is a number 25, a freshman, is actually listed as athlete.
Oh, yeah?
So I kind of wonder or 87 too, athlete. I kind of wonder what what they have going on for them. Because it is this quarterback, defensive back, receiver. This guy might play like D-line, tight end, running back or something at that point.
Lots of names with plenty of positions beside him. So
this was a center guard D end. That would be Jaden Butler, a senior.
yeah.
Running back, appreciate you. Quarterback, Tyrese Morrow, a sophomore.
And man, almost kind of crazy to me. I mean, Davidson looked really good in this game, but a blink of an eye, and now they're only up by 2. And I mean, it's like we said earlier, those special teams points will come back to haunt you. There's the kick there. It'll bounce off a Davidson player. I think Park Crossing ended up with it. And golly, if I didn't just say it, special teams can hurt you.
Golly, Steven. It's those plays. I told you, those big plays. Football is a game of battle. It's a battle. You fight for every yard, but sometimes you give up an 80-yard pass that gets on the 1, and then run to the fullback, give it to the fullback, and then now you have this onside kick. Now, honestly, I don't think it was a intentional onside kick, but
yeah.
it doesn't. Or maybe he packed back and feed it. Maybe he saw the defenses lined up wrong, kicked it. Either way, they got the ball back. I mean, there's nothing to say about it other than that.
So, I mean, in one drive, Park Crossing could take back the lead of this game. So, a lot of pressure on Davidson's defense here. Is the handoff to BB. You only get a gain of about 2 there.
These linebackers into him. It's funny that normally we'll say DJ Butler about 200,000 times. We'll say Hudson Spivey a couple of times. We'll say Micah Spivey a lot tonight, but with these linebackers, they're really the stars of the show tonight. Them and Anthony Rabb, BB, and Terrence Gray. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the kind of the behind-the-scenes players tonight.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes counting down in the first half here. Park Crossing looks like he's going to drop back. He's got a guy coming down the sideline. He's going to get a foot in. They'll call it incomplete. Man, that's tough.
Great defense from number 12.
I mean, with this Davidson team, you're probably going to have to travel on down that roster there.
Jaden Williams, offensive linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
Or outside linebacker, not offensive. Tonight they might be offensive linebacker. I mean, we saw the one on running back. What was his name?
Metzner.
Metzner, yep, exactly. Saw him at offensive linebacker pretty much.
Yeah. So third down here for Park Crossing. Kind of a big third down. I'll hand it off to BB. Man, look at that. They're going to keep pushing him back. And I bet that was a pretty cool picture right there. Just surrounded by golden helmets.
Another tackle. That tackle I think was by Deshaun Little. Just a little defensive lineman getting into the action. You'd love to see that.
So fourth down, I think Park Crossing is looking to keep their offense on the field here.
I think so too. But speaking of all defensive linemen in the action, I mean, I don't know if you're an avid fan of the Warriorville Network or Davidson Warriors in general, but you do see Cedric Johnson, former Warrior, doing pretty well for himself at Ole Miss. He's a defensive end, so a little. Thought I might bring it up.
He's going to roll out to his left. He'll backtrack. Now he's going towards his right. He's got a guy wide open, found a seam in the coverage. And, man, that's a first down Park Crossing. Oh, did I see a flag back there?
It might be a holding. Or he might have been a passing line of scrimmage. I don't know. It was hard to see that.
Yeah.
They're definitely bringing it back. It's definitely getting brought back.
That's tough after a really athletic play there from your quarterback. Able to extend the drive, but no luck.
I have no idea what that signal means.
Wait to hear what Coach Ferris has to say about that one. Illegal blindside block. So that'll move them way back.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Anyway, fourth down, you got to punt it now. Fourth and about 50, you got to punt it now.
Yeah, very, very long fourth down. And that really hurts because now you're just, giving field to Davidson that they don't have to fight for, really. There comes a punt. And, man, another good punt. I think, bit of a tough bounce on that one. It'll start to roll back. They'll stop it. But yeah, definitely not a punt you can scoff at. I mean, earlier in this game, we were like, maybe Park Crossing doesn't have a punter, but he's shown out tonight.
I will say that they might just be a team whose philosophy is to kick less, score more. And it's not been working this season, but I will say that they had a game, they scored 14. They lost 31-14. I don't remember who it was against. It might have been against Wetumpka. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that one. But 12 is above their season average. So their offense is playing relatively good tonight, Steven. They're playing better than they usually play.
Maybe a change at the quarterback position here. He's going to take it up the middle. That's number 9.
I don't know. That's definitely not DJ Butler. DJ Butler is our current number 9, but that dude's definitely a little too small to be DJ Butler, I think. Maybe it is DJ Butler.
I'm a bit confused. I mean, number 9 is Derek Butler's
It's DJ
number.
Butler, but
He'll take the snap again. That one's high. It'll bounce up. He'll hang on to it. He'll fall down. That'll result in a gain of about 3.
maybe it is DJ Butler.
And man, that's a bit of a surprise.
If DJ Butler's playing the Wildcat tonight, sorry to say, I don't think Park Crossing stands much of a chance at that point. Because with Terrence Gray playing that kind of eliminates Anthony Rabb out of the equation. I don't know. I don't know if I like this situation to be in for Davidson. I don't know if I like this.
3rd down. Derek Butler's going to roll out. He's going to keep it. He'll make a nice move there. Continue his drive. It's going to be short of the 1st down after they finally bring him down. Maybe just a couple of inches. So
One thing I'm sure of now, though, that is definitely Derek Butler.
yeah, that is a Derek Butler type
that was
run
Derek
right there.
Butler.
But they'll sub him out here and bring in Spivey. Coach Carley definitely trying something new here.
I don't know why they. I just have a big question.
They'll mark it for a 1st down. So
I just have
first
a big
and 10
question mark right now. Like, why? Why did that happen? What did we just watch? I don't understand much of that.
I don't know. There's the handoff to Gray up the middle. He'll get a gain of about 4.
It just seems like, why risk Butler of re-injury if he's not injured? I can see like Park Crossing when, I don't know. There's a whole lot of variables going on. That's why I don't coach football, Steven. Situations like this.
Yeah. So,
I think I just saw Quinteris Wheeler go into the game in offense. Did I just see
yeah,
that right?
Q's in there at running back. So just over 1 minute left in the 1st half. Maybe we see them kind of start to open up the pass game. Nothing happening there, though, as lots of white jerseys to meet Q Wheeler in the backfield. Clock will continue to run. I think maybe we'll see Davidson trying one more play.
I think they're probably going to let Derrick Henry have the ball at this point. And just, hey, Derrick, run straight, see if you can score. I mean, what, 57 seconds left, something like that, Steven?
Yeah, I think maybe Park Crossing took a timeout there, or maybe just timeout from the refs or something, because the clock is stopped, and they're discussing something.
It's very confusing still that he would put Derrick Henry in. Or not just play him the whole game.
Yeah, well, Derek Butler.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, what's the difference at this point? I wonder if I could go see Derrick Henry's huddle. You think?
I imagine you can.
I wonder
I
what
think I've seen a couple.
I wonder what bold take. I've heard. It's not even my take really. I've heard it, and I kind of agree with it. Is that like Derrick Henry, pound for pound, is the best running back ever. Like through all stages of high school, college.
Butler's going to drop back. He's looking way downfield. He's got a guy coming down the sideline. That's going to be in the air. Bobbled by the cornerback, but ball incomplete.
Wasn't that short interception?
Nah, he dropped it.
Oh, the ball was literally in the end zone.
Yeah.
I was going off with the ref signal, and I swear I thought he just said that the ball was down.
Nah.
I was definitely wrong on that one. But yeah, go back to the Derrick Henry thing. I think if you look at the stats in high school, they're pretty ridiculous. Like, if you've never seen them before, go look at them. and I promise you they're 10 times better than what you think they are.
Snaps here a little low. McGill will get it off. Good roll there. Park Crossing is going to receive it. They'll
No.
finally get him out of bounds.
All right, cool, good. Good play by Chad Glover
Yeah, able
to
force
not,
him out of
like,
bounds.
slam him.
Yeah, could have drawn a flag there.
I swear I thought he was going to slam him.
Yeah.
Like, the way that he had him, I was like, oh, he's going to slam him, and he's going to get, like, a 80-yard penalty.
I don't think they've got those yet, but probably would have been about 15 yards. And still 46 seconds left in the half for Park Crossing.
I don't know, Steven, the way the roughing the passer penalties are going, they're right. The NFL might make it that if you sack at the quarterback, it's an automatic touchdown. So.
Yeah. He would have scored on that one. Just go ahead and give it to him.
I don't know, with Mahomes, he might have actually scored on that one.
Okay, Collinsworth. So quarterback will drop back. He'll get it to the short little out route there. He's going to run down the sideline.
Did he not get out of bounds?
Really wanted to get out of bounds.
That
there.
was a really low awareness play. I can't even lie. I normally I'm okay with being having heart and playing through the whistle and stuff, but that was just really dumb. On 4 different.
Yeah, I don't know why. So clock's still counting down there. They'll again get it to out route. That'll fall incomplete. And I'll stop the clock. 22 seconds left.
They just wasted 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just what they did.
Yeah, that is really tough. Especially after a nice game like that. You'd like to be able to continue to drive down the field, but not a lot of time left on the clock.
It makes me think these coaches don't put much emphasis on the 2-minute drill. Which, that's a lot. Perfecting the 2-minute drill has been done by legendary quarterbacks. Maybe not the high school level of talent that we see on a nightly basis, so. Something's happening.
Yeah, a little bit of discussion here. Flag is waved. So I think we're going to get to see the snap of the ball here.
Let's hope.
He'll drop back again. He's looking deep downfield. He's coming down the sideline. That's going to be a catch. Oh, no! Oh, man. In his hands. No one in front of him. Oh, golly, that is tough.
What, the Ravens the other week? Did you see that game?
Whew.
If you didn't see that game, you just did. I mean, week 1, Kadarius Toney. That was bad. That was really unfortunate. But I will say that there's always a bright spot. That was actually Jaden Scott who just threw that ball, and it was on the money. So,
yeah.
I mean, it makes me think that this halftime talk is going to be a little bit more informative for this team. I think they're going to formulate a better offensive plan.
Again, he'll drop back. He's going to have to roll out. I think he's going to hang onto the ball there. He'll get out of bounds. Enough for the first down. So 7 seconds left. Maybe we see him try and just throw another bomb down there.
Yeah, dude, they can't keep this. This is like a 50-yard field goal. Maybe if we had the kicker from a couple of years ago who was hitting these regularly. I don't even remember his name. I think his name was Joe. I can't remember his last name. But
Joe Mama? Was that it?
All right. I will not be here the second half of this football game. No, his name was Joe. He used to hit these regularly. Soccer player, but I don't think Riley McGill can hit this from this far, and he's a really consistent kicker.
Yeah, I think they called him Old Silver Shoe Joe. I think that was his name.
Oh, Curly.
Oh, Curly.
Oh.
So, Davidson just going to have to kind of tell their defense. We'll probably see them line up way back.
Oh, yeah, it's prevent. It's prevent offense. This is what a Miami show ran the other night. We haven't seen it yet. They might pull a Miami.
Oh, that would not be good.
Once again, for those who don't know what we're talking about, go watch that Mario Cristobal coaching masterclass of a final 30 seconds, I think. You might be pleasantly surprised. Oh, it was definitely something. You know, it's the second time in his career he's done that.
For real?
Yep, and not the first time.
Yeah, that is just no fun.
No. I bet it's not. 1st and 10
here for Park Crossing. They're going to send that running back on a wheel route. He's going to move around, looking for somebody. I think he's past the line of scrimmage on the throw there. That's a pick. Davidson will get it. He's going to put a hand in someone's face. And a big block there. A flag. They're going to run around. He's still up. Oh, my Lord, he's still running. That's Anthony Rabb. He's still going. They can't bring it down. And my goodness, if it's not the self-tackleization that finally gets him on the floor, just a laundry basket on the field. Insane play. We'll see what finally comes of it. The clock is at 0.
I hope upon hope that it was not what I think it's about to be.
Is it a blindside block?
I think they might call something a little stronger. They might call a targeting or something on that.
Well, my Lord, it was definitely a block.
That was one of those devastating downfield blocks that you hear about.
Golly. We may see that on the next Draft Prods production. I mean,
I don't even know who did that. I know who picked it off. It was Anthony Rabb, and he
was running around out there trying to make something out of nothing.
They're talking about it, but
0's on the clock. It was an illegal forward pass. So personal foul against Davidson.
Well, nonetheless.
So I think that'll 0's on the clock. Nothing will come of it. Really can't complain for Davidson. You stopped that drive. So Davidson will end this first half 14-12. We'll see the band come out on the field. I think we're going to be able to go down to Sophia on the sideline. Take it away, Sophia.
I'm here with Coach Colley. Coach, it's a really close game here at halftime. A lot of that is because of our defense. What do you hope to see out of them in this second half?
We'll put them in a bad spot with a turnover right there on our first drive. We can't do that, but we've gotten some stops. We're playing a little bit better, but it's going to be a fight. They came down here to win, so we gotta be ready to play a good half.
What do you hope to see out of the offense in the second half of the game?
Just some consistency. We had some bad snaps on short yardage situations that we can't do that, and hopefully we'll get some consistency and get some more points on the board.
Thank you so much. Have a good luck rest of your game. Thank you.
On behalf of our principal, Mr. Jason Richardson, and assistant principals Amanda Browning, Robert Blakely, and Jeffrey Colton, we welcome you to WP Davidson's 2023 Homecoming Celebration. Please turn your attention to the field for the presentation of the 2023 Homecoming Court. Tonight's court is led by JROTC members under the instruction of Master Sergeant Reed Inc., Commander Richard Hamlin, and Senior Chief Anthony Jones. Cadet Juan Saiza Garcia. Cadet Vincent Vasquez. Cadet Brianna Coleman. Cadet Dan Ward. Cadet Joshua Scott. Cadet Hans Dangwall. Cadet Wesley Evercross. Kayla Miller. Cadet Landon McDavid. And Cadet Michael Cook. Our senior SGA members are sponsored by Morris Malinsky. President, Kelvin Edwards. Vice President, Lauren Robertson. Fundraising Chair, Nyla Britford. Publicity Officer, Zion Dickerson. The Davidson varsity cheerleaders are coached by Diana Johnson, Madison Cooley, Diana Joshi, Haley Gully, Chanel Holyfield, Tequila Tillman, Jaden Thomas, Jalen Draywick, James Smith, Morgan Winbush, Kindlin Robinson, Mackenzie Timmons, and Destiny Baskin. Davidson Mobile Azalea Trail Maids are sponsored by Michelle Cowan. Our yellow trail maid is Madison Jones. Our peach trail maid is Jordan Scott. Our lavender trail maid is Lucille Westbrook. Our blue trail maid is Lauren Roberts. And now, the WP Davidson 2023 Homecoming Court. Each representative will be presented with roses by Principal Richardson. Freshman court member, Kaylin Elizabeth Featherman, escorted by her father, Justin Featherman. Kaylin is on the robotics team and is most proud of her third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Sophomore court member, Francesca Payson, escorted by her uncle, Dirk Raymond Latane. Francesca enjoys playing the piano and editing videos. She is very proud of her Filipino heritage. Sophomore court member, Akila Olivia Norwood, escorted by her father, Derek Norwood. Akila is a majorette dancer and is proud of her never give up attitude. Akila would like to go to school for radiology after she graduates. Junior court member, Grace Nia Lee Wynn, escorted by her father, Johnny Wynn. Grace enjoys working on photography for the yearbook and playing the piano. She plans to attend UAB to pursue a medical degree. Junior court member, Nyla Alexi Smith, escorted by her father, Roderick Hunter. Nyla is a member of FCCLA and plays on the Davidson women's flag football team. She is also the youth secretary at her church and enjoys baking in her free time. Junior court member, Danny Johannes, escorted by his godfather, Ryan Saltzman. Danny serves as an academic ambassador and is the National Honor Society secretary. He also enjoys wrestling and playing on the Davidson chess team, where he is undefeated. Danny is proud of his Ethiopian heritage. Senior court member, Traylon Deandra Wilson, escorted by her father, Trey Wilson. Traylon is a section leader in Davidson's marching band and secretary of the Black Student Union. She is also a member of the senior class SGA. Traylon plans to attend college, major in business, and pursue a singing career. senior courtman, King Victor Arnett Thrash, escorted by his grandmother, LaShawna Wall. King is a Davidson ambassador and vice president of Alpha Elite. He plans on attending college and majoring in business. Senior court member Lauren Lenise Robertson, escorted by Rosamond Robertson. Lauren is an Azalea Trail Mate and the senior SGA vice president. She is a member of DECA, the National Honor Society, and the Davidson varsity softball team. Lauren is most proud of being WKRG's Student Athlete of the Week. And now, Principal Richardson will crown your 2023 Homecoming Queen. This year's Homecoming Queen is Kira Sullivan. Please give your 2023 Homecoming Court another round of applause. Congratulations once again to our Homecoming Court and our Homecoming Queen. Go Warriors!
All right, and welcome back to 1 minute counting down before we can start the second half of this matchup between the Warriors and the Thunderbirds.
It's a pretty cool name, the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, that is pretty sick. But man, this has been a game. That's for sure. It almost feels to me like Davidson should be up by more from what we've seen, but they're only up by 2, and really they're only up by 2 because of just mistakes on the special team squad of Park Crossing.
Or lack thereof of special teams at that point.
Yeah. And so, I mean, this is a really close game. Davidson definitely, nowhere near being able to kind of almost, let off the gas a tiny bit. But what do you think maybe we'll see Coach Colley make some adjustments in halftime? Or do you think they'll come out here and kind of keep what's been mostly working for them throughout that first half?
It's hard to say, honestly. I don't know if adjustments could be made on the offensive side of the ball, other than just running Derrick Henry. I mean, or Derek Butler. Sorry, I was talking about Derrick Henry earlier before the game, but I mean, it makes you wonder why they didn't. Oh, that's another
kickoff will
offside.
bounce off him again, and I think Park Crossing jumped on it.
Yep.
And man, that kick has just been hurting Davidson.
It's just it's a lack. How do they put it? When something like that happens, and it's happened a lot in this game, it's a lack of athletic awareness or something like that. it happens in baseball when you don't get low enough to put a ground ball or something like that, or when you don't take a good enough route. It happens in basketball when you don't jump high enough for a rebound, something like that, where it's like maybe it's a lapse in judgment or something. It's not even really a football play or even a football problem. It's definitely a brain fart moment.
Yeah.
Like Bryce Harper, game 2 when he rounded second base and got doubled up.
And yeah, wasn't in the long run. It wasn't really too detrimental.
No,
to the
my
Phillies.
mind is still on game 2. We don't need to talk about anything else.
So Park Crossing coming out. They had a guy who was almost lined up like he was out of bounds, or excuse me, out of bounds on the sideline, but came in at the last second.
Caden Anderson Teal. Steven, I will give you $1 million if you can tell me what his 2 positions are.
All right. I'm going to go wide receiver on number 1.
That is number 1.
Ooh. Punter.
Kicker.
God dang, man. Jeez.
That is actually crazy. That is crazy. 6'4". I mean, a 6'4", 190 senior kicker receiver. I mean, we haven't seen him much kick tonight, but
No, but man. Well, yeah, we've seen him. He's been able to, get 2 turnovers for his squad out there.
you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
He's had 2 onside. Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
I bet Pat McAfee could play some receiver if he really. Nah, there's no way.
Yeah.
But
maybe earlier Pat McAfee. Nowadays Pat McAfee's he's a little rounder than he
even
used
from
to
this
be.
camera angle that you guys are seeing at home, that number 10 is big. Look at the down marker.
Yeah.
Or that first down marker.
Yeah.
He is huge out there.
There's a snap. And it'll again go to BB. And he'll get a gain of about 5 there, maybe 4. So Park Crossing, I guess they really started at about the 40, so kind of driving down the field here. Looks similar to that first drive we saw from them.
It does look very similar to that drive.
Snap. They'll hand it off, and I think that's going to be just short of a first down.
All things considered, Davidson's defensive line isn't even that big. I mean, we see number 92 running out there, Stephen Castor, but he's a shorter guy. Not that that particularly matters on the offensive line, or defensive line. But they don't look as big as they have in years past, do they, Steven?
No. I mean, we remember, last year, James Williams. That was just a big boy.
James Williams was a monster.
Yeah. So third down here for Davidson. Very short to go for Park Crossing. So probably going to see Davidson try and pack that line.
And much like, we give credit where credit's due here, Steven, at the Warrior Ball Network. Much like Quinteris Wheeler on defense, we used to say James Williams' name every game, every drive. It was James Williams this, James Williams that.
Yeah. So saw the quarterback fake the handoff there. That'll get enough for a first down.
I think they're going to score here, Steven. Unless they just get absolutely stuffed, but
I don't know. I mean, consistently throughout this game, we've seen Park Crossing drive down the field, but then Davidson has been able to get those stops near the end zone.
that is true. I would imagine they could kick a field goal from this distance, but
Pass broken up there from the edge rusher. That was a nice play from number 8,
I would love to say
Chadwick Glover.
that Chad Glover got a hand of that the way he celebrated. But everyone knows the tail of the tape. I want to celebrate that incompletion like I did something. So he might have got a hand to it, might not have. We cannot tell from this angle, but it wasn't a great throw. If he did get a hand to it, it's inconsequential. Good defensive play. If he didn't get a good hand to it, that was just a really bad throw. It wasn't even catchable, like not even remotely. A little trickery on the line. I mean, that's pretty.
Handoff here. He'll trip up a little bit. He's able to stay on his feet, but it'll slow him down enough. Davidson will finally slam him to the ground after only a gain of about 2. So,
All right,
like we
Steven,
said, Davidson kind of making that goal line stand almost here.
I'm about to make a Romo-esque prediction.
All right.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Well, let me see what they come set with
All
first
right.
before I think they're gonna come set with 2 running backs. I think they're gonna toss the ball. This is our other prediction. I think they're gonna toss the ball. I think the guy's gonna get about 3 yards on the outside part of the field. It's gonna be a face mask call. I'm going for it.
All right.
Going for it.
All right.
All right, I got one wrong. It's not 2 running backs, but let's see what they do.
Your parlay has failed.
It's okay. We'll see what happens.
Oh, man. Davidson's going to get a guy back there already.
Fair
Put him on
enough.
the floor.
Fair enough. That is not the Davidson defense that we remember seeing. That was a great defensive possession on that set of what? Three downs? It's fourth and very long. 17, maybe? Maybe 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
I was wrong.
Yeah.
Parlay busted. It's an all for nothing kind of thing, though. I think at that point, though, when I go super specific, you get all of it, you get none of it, really.
Yeah. So 4th down here. Park Crossing really spreading out their offense. I think they're going to say it was a false start there from Park Crossing.
Wow.
So I'm moving back even farther. Oh, delay of game. Weren't able to get the snap off in time.
Coach Colley needs to call some prevent defense. 4-man deep, 11-man deep. They need no defensive lineman. Everybody sitting at the end zone. Stop that man from scoring.
I don't know. I mean, with the hands we've seen from these Park Crossing receivers so far, you might just you blitz here. And,
Just let him be open, wide open. That's a bold one, but I can't say it hasn't worked for Davidson this whole game. I mean, I don't think there's been really there was that one great catch.
Yeah. So same formation for Park Crossing. He's going to drop back. You got a guy coming across the middle there, and it's going to fall on the ground incomplete.
Well, that's just not gonna
Turnover
do it
on
for you.
downs.
That's just not going to do it for you.
Yeah.
A short
Oh.
pass on fourth and downtown.
Especially placing it that low to the ground, you really don't give your guy a lot of time. I think we're going to see a video here to celebrate this homecoming week. So take it away.
So we're gonna show you a picture of 2 people that are dressed up, and you gotta guess what the rhyme is.
All right, come on. I'm clutching my homework. Get your slow ass. Come on, let's do it.
Are we? All right. Take your time.
London running.
The London Bridge.
We'll put a picture on.
London Bridge.
Well, I can't see his shirt for real though.
Wait, what did they say, man?
London.
London Stairs.
Hold on.
I give up.
What?
Flag red.
Is it the London
What that shirt
flag?
say?
I can't see his shirt.
It's
for
not
real.
the words. It's not the words.
Oh, London fish. Blue
Okay,
red.
you got the second part.
Oh,
So yeah,
flag fish. Blue fish.
it's got a rhyme.
Yellow fish.
Don't rhyme.
London
What do you-
Blue fish.
What do you call people from London?
London.
Mates. I mean, no. What you call?
British.
British.
British fish.
British
British
fish.
fish.
There you go.
British
You
fish.
got it.
Oh, y'all did it.
All right. Take as much time as you need.
This is pineapple and nothing rhymes with pineapple, Gus.
That's what I'm saying.
Fruit suit.
Oh, you got it.
What?
Yeah, that was it.
Dang. Okay. Cool. Is this like a one round thing or?
Thanks for playing. We'll go 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Ready? All right.
Brett.
It's I know it's like referencing that one NFL game in the UK, but
That is not it.
really, because is that
It could just be British.
It just got a rhyme.
Okay. I can't see the dude. What is he saying? Fish. British fish.
fish and chips?
Dang,
I don't
there
know.
it is. Yeah. All right, that's it.
British fish.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll come back. Davidson made a really nice 1st down drive there. So bring up a new set of downs. That 1st down, though, will bring up a loss of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 11 here for Davidson. And we got to see some more Derek Buller in there, which is not what we expected tonight.
No, I mean, you either use him or you don't. Is my philosophy behind it. And if you're not going to risk him, don't risk him for one play. All it takes is one play.
Ooh, snaps low there. Spivey is able to drop back onto it, though. Pretty heads-up play there from him.
Yeah, heads up play is definitely the best way to describe it. I mean, right under him just gonna lay down on it. This is the only thing you can do at that point.
Yeah. That snap will come with just over 5 minutes left in the third. And kind of strange how we've seen Derek Butler being used throughout this game. I mean, I guess maybe they're just trying to get him some more reps. Here he's lined up. They're putting him back in that wing tee here, so he'll take the snap. He's going to drop back, though. He's looking. Didn't see anything he liked, so he's going to hold on to it. He'll make a move there. Stiff arm. Wasn't enough to get the guy off of him, but a nice gain. He'll get about to the 40, bringing up 3rd down and 5.
I mean, that freshman Elijah Tarver, it's a good tackle. I mean, he might have got stiff arm to the ground, but he brought him down. That's how I imagine myself tackling Derrick Henry.
Oh, excuse me, that'll bring up 4th down, so I think we're going to see McGill and the punt squad come out here. But, I mean, maybe in the second half, you see Coach Colley trying to do something like...
Oh, no, this is the punt. This is max protection punt.
Oh, they're going to get a Park Crossing to jump off sides, and they're not happy about
I don't know.
that.
They might call it a false start.
Oh,
Because Davidson moved too.
yeah. So we'll see what the call is. I think it'd be enough to give Davidson a 1st down if they are able to get the offsides call here. They're motioning him forward.
Wow, good call.
So that will bring up a new set of downs for Davidson. So great play there from Coach Colley.
But as I was saying earlier, those hypotheticals like, could you tackle Derrick Henry for $5 million? That tackle right there from Derek Butler, like, will you get stiff arm into the ground and you just like hold on for dear life? That's kind of how I would imagine I would literally have to approach a situation.
Yeah.
Is just holding on like my life depends on it, because it probably does.
Yeah, so again, Derek Butler lining up behind that center. They're going to hand it off to Terrence Gray. He's going to make a really good move there. He's still going. He's at the 30, the 20. Got one guy beside him. He's going to have to beat him. That's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the ref is looking, and they'll call it a touchdown. Man, just a couple of amazing moves from Terrence Gray. And it's kind of strange. You see Derek Butler lined up to take the snap and did a run from Terrence Gray. Man, that was awesome.
2 50-yard runs from Terrence Gray. That's something that that's something that is what's called a legacy game. He's going to look back at this game. He's going to be like, I made my impact. This is how I made my impact. I left my legacy.
Man, the snap was low. He didn't have very much time to get it off, but it was still up and good. So Davidson now 21 points on the board. And, yeah, like you were saying, Terrence Gray, that's just one of those guys that his athleticism kills you, and maybe even more than athleticism, just his speed. I mean, we've seen guys like Mike McDaniels being able to just utilize pure speed to their advantage, and we saw it right there.
That is true. Mike McDaniels does do a good job of using a lot of his talent. He's very nonchalant about it. But Terrence Gray tonight, 2 touchdowns, 2 50-plus yard touchdowns. That's his only touchdowns. That's impressive in and of itself. Dude, I have a hypothetical for you, Steven.
All right.
This is asked by a loyal viewer to the network.
Okie.
How would you feel if someone, a student, let's say, did not show their homecoming date to their parents and did not introduce them?
What? I don't know what you mean by that. I mean,
no, I think it's a pretty clear hypothetical question.
Here comes the kick from McGill. That one's up. Park Cross will get it at the 15. They'll finally get him out of bounds at about the 35. And, yeah, so.
I think we should go back to the hypothetical, though.
A lot of things going on in the game right now. A player down for Park Crossing. That's no good. Going to give a lot of time for people to talk on the Warrior Built Network. So.
Yeah. I think that was the perfect time to answer the hypothetical question I just laid out for you, Steven.
Yeah. He really doesn't look super great over there.
I will say that Coach Agee just announced it as a wounded Thunderbird, And, not to make light of an injury, but going back to the name talk we had earlier, that is a really cool mascot name.
Yeah.
I think that just cements the point of a wounded Thunderbird. That's a pretty intense way to say that.
Yeah. So Coach Colley talking to his guys here. Definitely got to kind of dig your feet in the ground and get another stop here. You really love to just go up by 2 possessions. I think that would really help out kind of your case to win this game.
Park Crossing's definitely not out of it yet. We were talking about heists earlier. I do think Park Crossing can steal this one from Davidson still. I think this is Davidson's game to win, but Park Crossing isn't out of it. Their offense looked as good as Davidson's. I think there's undeniable. Davidson's injuries, you could definitely tell their offense is stale. Both offenses are pretty stale. The defenses, however, are pretty. Other than a couple of big plays on both sides of both defenses, they both have an interception. One's interception was a lot more impactful than the other one. I mean, one was in what we call garbage time. The one was a pick six, pretty much. So
yeah. Yeah. So, man. So they got him up, and he walked over to the other sideline. So that's good. Park Crossing's going to line up. Running back's pretty far behind the quarterback.
I think they call this pistol, Steven.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's shotgun. But
there's the flip over to that flea flicker there. It hits going down the field, and he's going to. Oh, man, it was just a little short.
Good play. Not poor execution, I would say. That running back got lit up. I mean, if you could see a replay of it, you would see that the running back literally took a immediate destroying hit.
Oh, yeah.
That it was.
Maybe the wide receiver got a little bit greedy there on the route, just a little bit too far behind or ahead of what the running back could get out of his hands. But
that kind of reminded me of the Jalen Milroe pass against was it Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Where he got lasered instantly.
Oh yeah.
But he still threw that deep bomb and he had the wind knocked out of him and he came up still celebrating. That was.
Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to watch very much of that game, but there's the out route and a toe tapper there. They would have given that ball in the NFL. So nice catch there, bring up 3rd down. And about 4 to go for Park Crossing.
Reminds me of Antonio Brown, Tony toe tap, but before the mental illnesses.
Yeah.
It's very sad what happened to Antonio Brown. What's happening to Antonio Brown?
Yeah, definitely.
And Chandler Jones, for that matter. If you heard about that, that's a news story, Steven.
Yeah, it is unfortunate just the way those injuries have kind of caused damages to them. So 3rd down, about 2 to go for Park Crossing. Snap, they'll hand it off to BB up the middle. He'll take a hole, break a tackle there. Another tackle, continues to just pull some Davidson guys with him, just trucking along. They'll finally bring him down about the 40. Really nice run there.
I don't want to be too negative this early on in the half. This half has been going for a minute. Davidson chewed a lot of clock, and so are the Thunderbirds. But this defense looks a little different than their first half defense. They look a little more. They look a little less aggressive. They don't look passive. They just don't seem like they're ball hawking as much.
Yeah, flag there on the snap. It's on the offensive side of the ball. Gain of 6 there from BB, but we'll see what the flag is.
Deshaun Taylor on the tackle, though, that was pretty far in the backfield. That could have been an offside on the defense or offense. Could have been a hold.
Say it was a false start there.
That was my second guess.
Well, we were about down 3 there, so skipped a couple.
Yeah, I was skipping the obvious. I was going to say pass interference next on a run. I was just make sure I cover my bases to really be 100% correct. It's like when you say, I think Vanderbilt's going to win the national championship in football. You don't look as dumb saying it because obviously it's so outlandish. But if it does happen, now you look like you're.
Is that your philosophy? I can definitely see that, Jaden. He's definitely one for the hot takes. So here's a snap. Going major pass protection, but he's going to keep it. He's got a good block there. Never mind, it'll turn into a tackle from number 8, Chadwick Glover. So Chadwick Glover able to just get past his blocker there and bring down the quarterback. So
Steven,
second down here.
I'm definitely a man of hot takes. I can give you one right now.
All right.
I hate the Philadelphia Phillies. That's the take.
I don't think that's a take. I think that's just an opinion.
We as a broadcast. hate the
Whoa.
Philadelphia
Okay.
Phillies.
Apologize to our viewers out there from the great state of Philadelphia.
I don't apologize for that. If you were watching from Philadelphia, I hope you lose in the next round.
A good handoff there to BB. He's going to make another move, and he's just really hurting Davidson there. They'll tackle him out of bounds. There is another flag down, though.
We talked about it before, and we saw it there. We saw BB pick up. He helped up the defensive back who tackled him, and it doesn't seem like much, but it's telling of character. I think.
Yeah.
It seems like you might think I'm blowing some out of proportion here, but it's so easy just to walk away that the guy who just tackled you just like walk away. But
Yeah.
if your first instinct is to pick up the guy, it kind of shows something about you.
Yeah.
We've seen Derek Butler do it. I think we've seen EJ Harrison do it. I don't want to say I have because I've not seen Derek Butler do it.
Yeah.
But is that kind of like teachable? That shows how much of a teachable athlete you are.
Most definitely.
It's just I don't know. It's something weird to bring up, like sometimes so specific,
yeah.
but it's something interesting to think about.
So third down here. Again, they'll hand it off to BB, but man,
wow,
just a great stop there from Davidson. BB's cat-like reflexes, not enough to get him out of that one. So
Chad Glover once again. We talked a lot about Jermaine Cromwell.
Yeah.
But Chad Glover has really picked it up since.
Yeah, he's shown up.
Yeah, this linebacker core for the Warriors.
So fourth down, about 5 to go for Park Crossing. Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Maybe start thinking about it being crunch time almost. I mean, we saw early in the game they were going for these type of fourth down conversions. So we'll see what they can do here.
Their velocity has been pretty consistent this whole game. So
he'll drop back. He's got a guy coming down the sideline. He's going to take a second look at it. He's got another guy there. I think maybe a hold or he was past the line of scrimmage.
I think so too, Steven. I think both of those flags are definitely viable, and they're probably one of them is definitely true.
Yeah, a lot of time in the pocket there for the quarterback, but and that just can create problems for your O-line to just continue to have to extend that play.
Blocking the back.
Again, just another thing that comes from having to extend that play. So.
Which is weird because that flag was thrown very early on. So who got blocked in the back?
Yeah, I don't know, but definitely a nice break for Davidson. So.
And the thing about blocking the back, it's not like a face mask where it might look like something and it's really not. Or holding's pretty obvious. But what's one? A defensive pass interference.
Yeah.
It might not really be, but if it looks like it's gonna be, then but like a block in the back is pretty obvious. That's literally pushing someone in the back. Like, how do you make that mistake so early on in the play? Like, they're behind the line of scrimmage. How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. So 1 minute left as Park Crossing will snap to make the punt here. Another nice punt there. A lot of time in the air on that one. It's going to bounce, man, directly towards the sideline. So Davidson will get the ball around the 24.
I just noticed something, Stephen, that confirms what we were saying earlier. That punt had no spin on it. It was one of those ones he just put his foot into it and like rotated. The points rotated back and forth. It didn't have the punter spin where it goes up and then goes down. They don't have a special teams.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That is. I know we've been saying the whole game. It's been pretty obvious, but that like is the ultimate confirmation. Like maybe this team doesn't go for field goals or something, but that confirms that their punter isn't.
So Derek Butler lined up in the athlete position.
He fits that role. He fits that role definitely. I think more so than anybody on this field tonight.
So Davidson player down. That's no good. About 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Can't tell who's down. Maybe center number 62, Ben Specker, which would be a big loss for that O-line.
I don't even know if Ben Specker was playing. Is he playing tonight? I saw Justin Tran snap the ball a couple
Oh,
times.
maybe it is Justin Tran. I think it is the center.
Well, no,
though.
Justin Tran isn't hurt. He's not the one hurt. But I saw him hiking the ball or when we were making some not great snaps.
Yeah.
I think Justin Tran, the young sophomore, right? Sophomore was in.
I think he may be a junior.
You're right. He is a junior. You're right. He is a junior. But so they're. I mean, I don't know who this is.
I think it is 62 Ben Specker.
It is Ben Specker. Yep.
So luckily he's getting a little ginger on that ankle there. So hopefully they'll get that worked out on the sideline.
Good call, Steven.
So second down, about 7 to go. They'll keep Derek Butler in to take the snap. He'll hand it off to Terrence Gray. He's going to take a big hit there. He'll try and push through it, but they'll bring him down. I think that's going to do it for this quarter unless Davidson runs the hurry up here.
No, Davidson's not one. They better not run the hurry up with.
Yeah, I haven't seen
DJ
Davidson
Butler.
do that a lot this season. So as we go into the quarter break, I think we're going to go down to Sophia on a sideline report. So take it away, Sophia.
Thanks, Steven. It was a bit of a surprise to see DJ Butler playing in this game, but it looks like he's provided the offense with a little bit of a spark. We've heard Terrence Gray's name a lot in the second half, and he had a really nice run for a touchdown in the third quarter. We're looking to see the offense build on this lead in the fourth quarter.
All right. Thanks, Sophia. Very, very insightful. Yeah, so we'll flip our field positions here.
We're going back earlier to that hurry up offense. If they run Derek Butler on the hurry up offense after saying he's hurt, they bring him in the game because I mean you don't want to re-injure it.
Yeah.
But then trying to run hurry up offense on Wildcat, that would be a Mario Cristobal level of coaching at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really bad.
Yeah.
Let's say he doesn't get hurt and they score a touchdown. Like, either way, like that kind of just contradicts your whole game plan from not using Derek Butler the entire time.
But it looks like he's in there to stay at the quarterback position. So Davidson, kind of a weird formation almost, looking around that 30, just off your TV screens. Got two guys lined up directly behind each other, a train formation.
It might be a screen. It might be a screen pass.
Yeah.
They might also
Probably.
just run different routes down the field.
Looks like it is. Oh, they're going to fake the screen. Derek Butler's going to keep it up the middle. And, man, that was nice.
That's one of those ones as a fan of the game, you just nod your head yes. Like, that's a good play call from Coach Cawley. You know, he's no Lane Kiffin, but he's known to make a couple really interesting play calls a game of like, wow, that's a really elite level play call.
Oh, and another Davidson player down, so they'll check him out. It's pretty unfortunate there. Davidson kind of dealing again with some injury problems, but really nice play, like you said. I like it. I mean, like we said, it's probably going to be a screen right here, but fake the screen and let your athlete take it. So
yeah.
So he'll get up and walk off to the sideline. Hopefully, we'll get to see him again.
Jalen Ezell, the
long.
supposed second string left tackle. That's what we have on our depth chart, but
yeah, I think first string is Sean Mullen.
No, it's Ethan Franklin.
Oh, Ethan Franklin. That's another big guy. Is he in now or?
Let's see. He was in earlier. I think he
Yeah,
he's
number
in. He's in
74.
right now. He's in right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a large dude. Not to toot my own horn, but I was on the football team with him back at Clark. Yeah, and so
That's when you played edge rush, right? When you were the Myles Garrett of Clark Shaw Magnet.
actually, Jaden, I played quarterback. Yeah, I mean, so they'd at the beginning of the game, they go out and to decide who gets the kicker, who gets to receive, they go and they flip a coin. So they'd flip the coin, and I'd run out and I'd grab the quarter and I'd bring it back. So
That's actually not so far off of what I played in high
Yeah.
school. I played my freshman year of high school, and they had me.
you were the LB, the left bench.
No, I had an important role. After the kickoff, I would grab the tee and run back with it. I actually had an offer for Ole Miss, but I think they went with the dog instead. I don't know. I was
Well,
pretty good, but
they just want those dogs. They
I,
don't want those cats.
I
so.
swear they do not want the cats. That Coach Bennett did instill that into me when I was running out. He would curse me out a little bit. Really
Yeah.
brought some fire in me to. I slipped up a couple times. Literally, I broke my arm on the 50-yard line one time, but the past is the past.
Another quick pass attempt there. He's going to feed it out to Anthony Rabb. Nice play, able to just kind of, move the ball away from a huge loss. We saw a quick slant route over the middle there was really successful. Gave him a first down, but that'll result in a loss of about 2. So second down and 12 here for Davidson.
So you know Hudson Spivey personally. How long is he out for?
So he got his cast off today. I was looking at him warming up. He had on looked like a little brace on his thumb. So I wasn't able to hear for how long that'll be, but maybe a week or 2.
This offense definitely misses him, as we can tell from right now.
Yeah. So again, just another loss there. They're stopped in the backfield.
And we see DJ Butler. We talked about earlier that sportsmanship in him and that heart to play. He was about to go push his his fellow running back forward. There was talks about how hurt he really is at the current moment, whether or not he's able to play. I think someone said his parents might have wanted him, which is perfectly reasonable for a star athlete like this. But DJ Butler's in these situations but he's still playing with his heart. You can see. I mean, I wouldn't do that if I was at risk of injury.
Here he's dropping back. Looks like he's going to have to keep it again, but just a plethora of losses and a late hit there.
Ooh.
That'll draw a flag.
And they're arguing with the ref. Come on now. You can't. There's only so much you can do. I get it. Sometimes a pass interference isn't a pass interference. There's no instant replay going to the booth in Birmingham for high school football, but a late hit. Come on, we all saw it. We all watched it happen. There's no arguing that. Unless you're arguing, I don't know. I don't even know what you could be arguing in that situation. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it's going to be a first down. It's going to be 15 yards, but I don't know if it's going to be a first down or not. I think they might be actually questioning it.
I don't know, but it is nice we do see Ben Specker back in at center there, so we'll see what the call is. And, man, that's really going to hurt if you're Park Crossing because you pushed Davidson all the way back there, and now it's just going to come, right back at you. So
it is a personal foul, as we said.
I think that's 15 yards.
And it might be a first down, automatic first. I could be wrong about that, but I think it might be.
Even if it wasn't, I mean, it's past the first down marker, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Oh, nope. Very close. About maybe.
Okay, all right.
Maybe less than a yard or about a yard to go.
Snap this ball to DJ Butler. Let him run straight up the middle.
Maybe we see a brotherly shove here.
If this play call is anything but a up the middle run with DJ Butler, then Coach Colley is doing a disservice to the game of football.
I don't know. I mean, knowing Coach Colley, you got to learn to expect the unexpected. So.
I think that's part of the problem, Steven. I think that might be part of the problem. I think there are give-me's, right? I mean, this is like Marshawn Lynch territory of do not throw the ball to Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what he comes out and wants to do here.
I will say that if you have Hudson Spivey in, it's a little bit questionable what to do. But in this situation, no. You just run the ball in the middle with DJ Butler. You might not get it. You might not. But that's your best shot. Or you can run out the outside. DJ Butler's pretty fast. He's pretty athletic. But do not give this ball to. You can give it to Terrence Gray, but do not keep this ball in the air. Do not put this ball in the air.
Yeah, especially after we saw a little bit of poor pass protection so far on this possession. So they'll take your advice.
Yeah.
And, man, it'll work. He's still up. His helmet will come off. He wanted a face mask. They couldn't give it to him. But just a great run there from Derek Butler. He has to come out for a play, so maybe we see Spivey come in to take the snap. I don't know. The way Derek Butler just showed up in this game, maybe we see Hudson Spivey come in to take the snap.
I don't know. I doubt that. That would be.
I think it is going to be Spivey 2.0 there. So, man, what are you going to do on this touchdown bomb we're about to see? Oh, they'll hand it off to Terrence Gray. He's going to make a nice move there. Gain of about 3, so I think that'll bring number 9 right back on the field. So
I do wonder what Hudson Spivey has done, or not Hudson Spivey, but Micah Spivey has done to. It seems like they relatively trusted him at the beginning of the game, and now it seems like they don't trust him that much.
I just wonder if
I think they've abandoned the whole don't let Derek Butler play thing.
Derek's going to keep it again here. He'll take it up the middle. And another nice gain. That's enough for a first. I don't know. I mean, maybe the lead just wasn't as much as Coach Colley would have liked. Still only up by, 2 scores? And at 2 scores by, not a super wide margin. But maybe Derek Butler, you're on the sideline. It's your homecoming game, your senior year. And you kind of just want to be able to get in and show up.
I think so, too. It just seemed weird that they let this game go as far as it did without Derek Butler. To then putting him in garbage time, like put him in garbage time in the first half, was weird to me. But at the same time, like, I guess if you're gonna utilize him the rest of the game, then it makes sense. I think we doubted Coach Colley a little too much at that specific point of that DJ Butler. So now that he's in the game, I think it makes more sense. It's becoming clearer now. That's what they're trying to do.
So 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Screen pass out there to Anthony Rabb. It's incomplete. They'll say it was an incomplete pass. I think it was a forward. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
As much as an athlete as DJ Butler is, he's not a quarterback. So Coach Colley's if he wants to run a pass play, it can't be a screen anymore. He's running like 50 screens in a row. Davidson takes a timeout, I think.
I think we're calling for a substitution. Maybe his helmet slipped off or something. So they'll have to bring in someone new there on the O-line. Oh, yeah. His helmet was looking a little wonky. Oh, I think he was bleeding. So don't want that on the field. They'll clean that off and get it wrapped up.
I don't know the rules about football, but in baseball, if you got blood on your jersey, you couldn't play.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I remember we had a player who was bleeding one day, and he had to, it was like his nose or something. It was like a random nose. He had to, stick it over. He couldn't get any on his jersey, or he wouldn't be able to play.
Jeez. Here's a snap. They'll hand off to Terrence Gray. He's going to end around there. Gain of only about 2. That'll bring up 4th down. Maybe we see McGill come on and try.
Yeah, they have to kick it.
Coach Colley's looking like they want to keep this offense on the field here.
What does it make it, Steven? Makes it a 12-point game. Right now it's 9?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really. Oh, no, it kind of matters. I guess since his team doesn't have a special teams, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I don't totally disagree with it. I mean,
yeah, given the fact that they won't kick the other team, Park Crossing will not kick field goals, it makes some sense.
Yeah. I think Coach Colley will take a timeout here. Definitely a good spot to take it. I mean, it's their first timeout, second half. Just under 6 minutes, about 5 minutes, 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, you want to take this timeout, kind of plan out what you want to do with your guys. Maybe a little bit of a break. I don't know. Maybe we see a play action here and see one of those quick slants. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I don't think they have a quarterback on their roster available to them right now that can throw a ball up the middle of the field. I think DJ Butler lacks probably arm strength. I don't know. Definitely lacks accuracy. Micah Spivey definitely lacks the arm strength. I think they're restricted to screen passes, unfortunately. But I would love to be proven wrong right now. That would be great. Or a quick pass, like a quick slant, nothing develop, nothing can develop down the middle of the field.
He is going to roll out. Just a little, shovel back pass there, fall incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs.
That was a unique screen. I'll give it to him.
Yeah. Kind of wanted to misdirect the defense there, kind of pull him to that right side and then shoot back to the left, but just didn't work out for him.
I think we could attribute that play to a lack of accuracy on DJ Butler's part, but more of a lack of experience at the quarterback position on DJ Butler, which is not a knock on him. He doesn't need to have that talent, and is never going to use it again in the next level, and he's going to the next level, so there's no point in trying to develop that for him.
Yeah, so there's the handoff up the middle. Gain of about 7 there.
Solomon Beebe, said his name a lot tonight.
I'll look towards the sideline.
At the end of the day, he's probably been the best player on the field, Solomon Beebe. But he's not the player of the game, unfortunately.
Fake the handoff, or maybe an option there. He'll decide to keep it. Nice gain, almost a little strange. It looked like they met him in the backfield, just couldn't hold on to him maybe.
That's the Davidson defensive special this season
which is strange because so far this game they've kind of been able to kind of shake that off.
100% this whole game. There's been, I will say that there's one instance of bad tackling. That not including this one. That's 2. That's number 2 now. There were face masks, but face masks they are what they are. It's a bad penalty, avoidable, but they're not. I don't hate them. But other than that, there's been some great tackling in this game from Davidson.
He'll roll out. He's got the out route there. He's got a lot of room to run. Man, he'll bowl over a Davidson dude, but that'll slow him down enough to bring him down. So big gain there, and Park Crossing kind of driving down the field here.
Jeremiah Kidd.
Yeah, the more you look at this drive down the field, the more you realize Davidson is in the hot seat right now. They're definitely not out of the fire, or even out of the woods.
I know we talked about it before, but I'm looking at this strange roster that we keep talking about Park Crossing's roster, but
yeah,
5 quarterbacks are listed on this roster. He is one of them. Jeremiah Kidd is one of them.
Oh.
Once again.
Oh, I think that may have been, I think he probably could have picked that one up and taken it off. But they'll call it incomplete, so.
I think so too, but at the end of the day, you can't not complete that pass. You have to hit that guy on the money.
But after that one, you just got to shake it off and just, come back for the next play.
That's very true. What do they say in Ted Lasso? They say, memory of a goldfish.
Yeah.
I really like that quote in that show, Steven.
Definitely.
I think that quote is very applicable to games like football.
He's going to drop back. He's looking way downfield. He'll get a quick pass there. Guy wide open. Oh, a little late hit, but nice play there. And, it's almost unexpected the way we've seen Park Crossing move into this pass protection offense, and they've been giving their quarterback plenty of time in the pocket, and he's been able to find open guys. And maybe just a little bit of karma for Davidson. They've been kind of, a little slow in that backfield getting to their guys because they put a lot of faith in their D-line to put pressure on the quarterback, and I think it's coming back to bite them. I think a false start there. The wide receiver moved a little bit too early.
Another mistake by Park Crossing. But even they haven't even had that many mistakes.
Yeah, and mistakes like those, tough. It can almost create a little bit of bad blood between you and your coach. But, you just got to, again, like we said, shake it off.
I think this game has definitely just been a good football game. of Davidson being a more talented team than Park Crossing, which is not uncommon. Well, it's uncommon to see a relatively mistake-free game at the high school level, but it's really just been who's better.
Again, the quarterback keeping it. Get about back to where they originally started at the line of scrimmage. Clock just over 13 minutes now, so Park Crossing really has to get in the crunch time here. They've got to put the ball in the end zone, and I think we'll probably see them, if they do that, another one of those little quick squib kicks.
I do agree, but once again, I don't know if it's necessarily by choice that they're doing those in the first place, so I don't think they have an option no matter what. That's a fumble.
Yeah. Do they call it incomplete? Or, it rolled out of bounds. So,
yeah, this quarterback is having it's been a nightmare night for him. Actually, I think that was someone there. I think that might have been, no, that was number 14, Marcus Smith.
Yeah, which is pretty strange. I mean, you're that far back and you move to the screen when your quarterback has kind of been able to find, a lot of blank spaces in the defense. So third down and a long way to go here. He's going to roll out to his left. He'll get it across the middle. He had a guy there, but just over his head. And man, on a play like that, you got a guy open. You want to get the ball to him. You got to get it to him in a good spot. You got to help a brother out. And right there, the quarterback just didn't help a brother out.
I've said it all night. Actually, I stopped saying it a while ago, but big players make big plays. And unfortunately, Marcus Smith has not been a big player tonight. You can have off days. It's football. Sports are sports. You can't play every game at your perfection best. But this game has been far from perfection for him.
Yeah, so fourth down and long to go. They're still going to keep it with the quarterback. He's going to look way downfield, but man, a Davidson player and another one was just back there to stop him. So
it's even almost poetic their drive ends like that.
Yeah, so that'll give Davidson the ball at the 50 with 2.5 minutes left. And man, that fourth down drive, Davidson just asked that quarterback, are you ready for it? So
yeah, definitely did that. I think we're just going to see Davidson run this clock out. There's no point in. Don't put DJ Butler on this field. Don't put anybody. We actually see Hudson Spivey in the huddle. He's wearing warm-ups.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that just shows how good of a leader you are. I mean, you're in the huddle just kind of talking to your team.
Say as talented of a quarterback Hudson Spivey might be, he definitely holds a leadership spot on this team.
There's a handoff to Terrence Gray. He's going to break through a couple guys. That's a nice run there. Gain about 15. Yeah, Hudson Spivey definitely, has a reputation as a leader. So there is a flag back there at the line of scrimmage, and I think we're going to bring it back.
Got some college football on tomorrow, Steven. What game are you going to watch tomorrow?
Man, geez, I don't know. Who's Alabama play tomorrow?
They play Arkansas, I believe. I'm gonna pull up the college football next games. I just want to. We'll go into a little promo. We're sponsored by ESPN now, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know about that one yet. Maybe Sunday.
Yep, Arkansas plays Bama tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Ohio State plays Purdue at 11 a.m. Indiana plays Michigan at 11 a.m.
So, see Butler line back up. First down and about 20 to go. He'll hand it off to Terrence in that same formation, and he'll get a gain of about 10. Would have been enough for a first down had they not been 20 yards back. So that'll get it to about first and maybe 9 to go, or second and maybe 9 to go. Ooh, that would be an Oregon and Washington. That's going to be a big one.
2:30 Central Time.
Probably going to be a lot of NFL scouts at that game. I mean, you see the matchup between old Bo Nix and Michael Penix Jr. So.
Yep. Texas A&M plays Tennessee tomorrow at 2:30. That's a pretty good one too, I would say. Same thing with Auburn LSU. A big one is Missouri, Kentucky. I don't know if you guys have been watching Missouri. They're a pretty quiet SEC team, but Brady Cook's a pretty solid quarterback.
Yeah, most definitely.
UCLA plays Oregon State tomorrow at 7. That's a night game. Miami plays UNC. It's rough to see Miami ranked 25 because I don't know how they're still in the top 25 after that horror show last week. USC plays Notre Dame. That's a 10 taking on 21 at 6:30.
Yeah, definitely a lot of football watching to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit more entertainment based than this one. I think this one lacked a little bit of the flair you see of like
I
Friday
don't know.
Night
I mean, we've
Lights.
seen some great plays, especially that first touchdown we saw from Davidson. And
we've seen some great plays. There's been a lot of like middle ground though. That's been like run the ball 5 yards, run the ball 5 yards, run the ball 2, and then it's been a good game though.
yeah, most definitely.
It's been moving by fast, which is
So second down here. Quarterback keeper from Butler. He'll get a gain of about 3. Excuse me, maybe about 2. So 3rd and 7 here.
minute 42 left to go.
Yeah. Davidson's going to come into a huddle here. Yeah, and maybe if you're Davidson here, you don't really have to score. You just want to continue to run time off that clock.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's like we said, those special teams really just came back to haunt Park Crossing because if you get those 2 extra point attempts, you're only down by a touchdown, and Davidson is in a completely different position here.
I don't want to give a little insider information away, but we've been sitting next to the coaches we brought up earlier, looking at Park Crossing's coaches, and they've packed it up. I don't blame them. I don't think it's a unprofessional thing at this point in the game. It's a lost cause, like for time, and your offense isn't a deep ball offense. It's what it is.
Oh, a nice handoff to Terrence Gray. He's going to take a hole. He's going to make a nice move there. He's going to slip past 3 Park Crossing defenders. He's got 1 guy. He's going to play hit his face. I think that's a touchdown.
On the 1.
God, the stripes will call him short, and that is just tough. Man, you saw a diving attempt at the tackle from the Park Crossing defender. Wasn't able to get it, but then the secondary is showing their speed. They're able to catch back up with Terrence Gray, which is not an easy feat. So, man, that is tough, but I'm not a mathematician. But I think maybe we're in kneel position here.
It's an ethical dilemma from Coach Cawley, I think.
Player down for Park Crossing. We're there outside the end zone, so they're working on him. That huge play came with about 1 minute 30 seconds left. So I mean, I think maybe he'll get up. He's gonna be a bit wobbly, but he's walking on his own. Maybe needs a little bit of help.
I think that they might give Terrence Gray 1 shot at it. Just hey, hand me the ball, run. Let's see if he scores. They might go for it completely, but either way,
maybe give him some help to get to the sideline.
Yeah, they're letting him walk on his own. That's pretty crazy, actually. Like,
you definitely want to help a brother out on that one. And I mean, I think not even in our wildest dreams did we think this was going to be how this game turned out. I mean,
no.
Especially seeing Derek Butler in. I mean, man.
I think the Derek Butler is definitely a outlier. Player of the game has got to be Terrence Gray. I mean, but Cam Glover,
yeah, he was Chadwick Glover, yeah.
Or Chad Glover, my fault. Chad Glover, yeah.
Ooh, bit of a strange formation here from Davidson. So we'll see what they do. Not in the kneel formation. They'll hand it up.
Off the middle. Not. Oh, they're going to be short. And, man, Park Crossing's going to get the ball. So Park Crossing will get the ball at the 15. 1 minute 19 left. That's definitely not what you wanted to see as Coach Colley. There's a flag there. Came in real late. Maybe just a little bit too much talking going on after for the Stripes to handle.
If they get the ball back, it's really inconsequential. It does not matter. For them to score and get the ball back and score again is completely uncharacteristic of this Thunderbird team. Not because they aren't capable of scoring at will. It's because they literally do not have a passing offense to score deep throws. They would have to rely on a breakout run, an onside. They've already got 2 this game, so that's not even the crazy part. And then another breakout run.
Yeah.
To this course, because they can't kick the field goal. They can't kick the field goal. So,
yeah, I think probably coach over there on the sideline, telling his guys, Thunderbirds, 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 ho. You just gotta drive.
what was that?
Thundercats, Thundercats, acclaimed TV show.
That was
Everybody has seen it. Everybody.
You've been festering on that one, Steve.
Logan on production was like, yeah, I seen that one.
No, but you've been festering on that. You've been waiting since court. He's shaking his head. No, he did not. He's not seen it.
He's a youngin. Oh, that may have been another fumble there. I think they'll call him down. Keep going towards the end zone because you never know. Fall back in the end zone. Not gonna get to see an instant replay of that one. Well, because we're in high school, but Park Crossing player down, and that's no good, especially this late in the game. Definitely don't want to see that. So, but I mean, yeah, just kind of unfortunate, Jaden, that you just didn't have as good of a childhood if you just couldn't watch that show. I mean,
I must not have.
Well, I didn't think about it. You are that. What was it? 70s something when you were growing up?
It was 1965
Oh.
when I was born. Yeah, I was born.
Oh, FDR hadn't invented TVs yet.
No.
So.
Well, he did, but I didn't have a TV. I graduated from Davidson. Actually, I'm only here tonight because I'm part of the Hall of Fame class of 1978.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. They gave me a plaque and everything.
Yeah.
For world's greatest commentator, and it actually has an asterisk by it. It says, way better than Stephen Duke. It actually says that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I think it said it after you wrote it on there with a golden Sharpie.
It says it, though.
When you crossed out the part that was like, thank you for keeping our benches the warmest.
I did do a really good job of that. I was kind of like the Bobby Boucher of the football team, except the football ability. Like, the high-quality H2O, the benches were always warm.
Yeah.
And I told you, elite level D1 T-Shagger. D1. Lane Kiffin decided to take his dog. By the way, I was 50 at this point. Lane Kiffin decided to take his dog instead of me. We won't get into that. The politics of T-shagging, you would never understand. It's unfathomable how political that position is in the college football world.
Yeah. So, screen pass here from Park Crossing. He's going to take it. There's a hole there. He'll finally step out of bounds after gaining about 5.
I was going to take my talents to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, yeah, T-Town?
I was going to take it to T-Town. Nick Saban found out I was part of the sports media, though. And he called me rat poison to my face. Yeah, rat poison straight to my face.
Yeah, that seems to happen to you a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, that's because I dressed up as rat poison for Halloween that one year. They did call me that, but I actually was rat poison at that point. That's why I dressed up. It was a big tin bottle with X's on it.
There's the pass across the field. No good. That'll fall incomplete. Clock will stop with 49.6 seconds left. I'll bring up 4th down.
I just don't understand why they didn't run this clock out.
Yeah,
it seemed a waste of time for both teams.
I guess trying to keep their head in the game. Jaden, what's Halloween looking like this year?
I like the rat poison idea. It's a little overused at this point. I've done it 25 years in a row. I'm thinking about going as Devontae Smith's Heisman Trophy, probably.
Oh, there you go. There's a 4th down pass. That's enough for a 1st down. And he'll go out of bounds. So just continue driving down that field while stopping the clock.
Or I might go with the tube sock that Jason Kelsey kept at the Super Bowl ring. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was a little American tube sock. I don't know. The options are limitless,
Yeah.
Steven. Or I might go as world's greatest broadcaster and just go as myself. That's a pretty good option, too.
Yeah, I've heard I have a feeling that the Travis Kelsey Taylor Swift one is going to be a big one this year.
I'm going as Taylor Swift, by the way. You want to go with me? You can be Travis Kelsey. I'll be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, let's get it done.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. You definitely have a reputation as a big Taylor Swift fan. There's a flea flicker coming down the field. There's 3 Davidson guys, and man, he had it in his hands. And boy, if I haven't heard this a million times, playing NCAA 14, that's why you're on defense.
That's where I got it from. This is by the way, this is not even like a semantic kind of like joking. I legitimately said that. I remember what it was. I was like, that's what, they talk about quarterbacks. They're just receivers you can't catch. I said that, and I do not remember where it was from. You just awoke into memory, a core memory of my childhood. That's what that was. I was so bad at NCAA, but it was just trash.
So there's another screen pass. He's going to try and flip the field there. They'll tackle him.
It's just
It's 30 seconds.
You're risking injury at this point.
Yeah, I think is Park Crossing taking a timeout here. Man, Park Crossing.
Okay.
They guess they don't have anywhere to be tonight. Mom extended their curfew a couple hours, and they're like, all right, we're taking full advantage of this one. So
what other coordinator says their head down right now? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the head coach is taking the reins on this one, and he's just going for it, which is pretty. This is pretty. It's pretty. Okay. That's all I can say. It's just okay. Like.
Yeah, Jaden. So I guess in all this extra time we have to discuss, what do you think Davidson is going to take away from this game that they can really just kind of put an emphasis on going into next week?
I think Terrence Gray cemented himself as an athlete on this roster, and we'll see more playing time. I think Cam or Chad Glover, same situation. I think the linebackers in general, a little bit more trust in them. The defensive line, and both lines have to get a little better.
Park Crossing is going to look down the field here. He'll get it to a wide open receiver, and that's an interception.
Aaron Hill missed the first one. He missed the first one on the downfield pass, got that one. And honestly, I know I said inconsequential, but thank God that the Davidson Warriors intercepted this so they could just kneel this out, because I don't think the Park Crossing Thunderbirds had any intention of ending this game in 17 seconds.
Yeah, a little bit of karma there for Park Crossing.
Honestly, that is a perfect way to put it. I will say the Davidson has 2 interceptions tonight. They've both been garbage time interceptions. But that's the best one of the night. I can't lie to you. I'm so happy that just happened. That is so perfect.
Yeah, that just ended up all too well.
It's just like they've wasted probably like 10 minutes of our life, and they've got like 15 yards to say for it. Like, but it's football. I enjoy when a team plays with heart and doesn't give up. So I will say that I understand, but at the same time, it's.
Yeah, I really thought this game was going to go on ever more, but hey.
You did not just look up Taylor Swift songs.
What? I would not have done that over the past 5 minutes.
Come on, shake it off.
No.
Shake it off, Steven. Shake it off.
All right, and I think that'll do it for this one. So definitely a strong showing from Davidson. I think the Warrior Belt Network is going to, get out of here and celebrate this one. So make sure you tune in for the next one. We'll see you guys later.